Hello from Hamburg, Germany. Today I will be showing a Power BI analysis, short and not elaborately designed, of a small supermarket chain in India. I live in paradise. I wanted to get that out of the way first. After my trip to India, I can certainly say I live in Hamburg, Germany, beautiful city, and this is modern paradise compared to many other areas on the planet. Sometimes jobs come in really from left field, and this is one, analyzing 62 supermarkets all over India. Small markets, small revenue. India is a materially very poor country, but extremely rich in wisdom, and it's palpable. I felt it when I was there. Well, when you have people working on wisdom for 5,000 years, you may get some wisdom. So why did I emphasize that this report is not elaborately designed? In business intelligence projects, always think budget. In southern India, a lot of people sit on plastic chairs that are bleached from the sun, and the chairs look like they're 20 years old. And if someone in the supermarket has a notebook computer, it's like having a Bentley here. So for this job, the owner said, well, don't spend too much time on anything that is not absolutely necessary. And of course, no, this is not his real name. This is not his real face, obviously. And also the size of the company has been altered, and the names have been changed of the guilty and the innocent. So, as asked for, this is a very simple, compact analysis that the owner can navigate in the free version of Microsoft Power BI desktop. And for the markets, I just distinguished the years with a filter here. You see we have in Bengaluru, we have two markets in different parts of town. In Chennai, we have Ananagar and Velachery and possibly another one. And in some other cities, we only have one market. This interesting looking currency symbol here is the Indian rupee. And to get to dollars, you have to divide roughly by 100. Then for each market, we have a revenue timeline and an overhead cost structure. It's interesting that in some markets, the trend is going down. In some markets, it's going slightly up over time. Filtering for years wouldn't make too much sense in a several-year timeline. So I just filter by market. Okay, this one is going up, this one is going down a bit. Well, that would warrant some deeper examination, which I cannot do with the data that I have been given here. Similar to the United States or Brazil, India is divided into internal states or territories, and I have the map here where I can see the revenue by city. Then I have the revenue by state here, and I can click through the years. I see not much changes in relation. When I point to it, I can see, okay, this is 1.2 million. It's very close in revenue. Let's see, New Delhi maybe. 1.7 million. And the previous year, yeah, almost the same. 2022. I think they opened in the mid of, or they reopened in the mid of 2022 or something. So yeah, this is the classic geographical and map visual. Here we have the 5 product categories from revenue minus purchasing to margin 1. We do not have this per market because that's not entered into the accounting system. The purchasing is done centrally, and then the commodities are sent off to the markets. We can see the highest volume by far is food, and then followed far away by beverages, and the rest is very little. Hygiene is a little bit, and the rest is next to nothing. And I mean, we do not even have revenue by product. We only have it by category, and we're lucky to have that. They don't have digitized cash registries in every small supermarket. That's just not in the budget. To show the way from revenue to profit, I like to use this funnel chart. We have the revenue in green, we have purchasing, direct costs in red. That leaves a little bit of margin 1. And then there's logistics, which I have learned in India is substantial. Because the roads are not great, you're not allowed to go very fast. Everything is complicated, and it is actually true that some time is spent waiting for the cows to clear the street. That's not a legend, that is true. In Arunachala, I saw a cow trying to get into a telephone store. Maybe it needed to make an urgent call or something, I don't know. But the logistics costs are so high that they get an extra bar here. That leaves the margin 2, from which we need to pay the overhead, and then we have a net profit ratio. Over time, it doesn't change too much. It's mostly around between 2 and 4%, roughly. Oh, there we had a little more. Then we have a little less. Yeah, this is a really informative visual for the business owners. Here we have the revenue per city. Some cities have several markets, others have only one. Most of them have only one market. A few cities have several markets. So the relations don't change too much. Delhi is at the top, and Kolkata is second. Yeah, almost all the time. Then I've also factored in the population of the cities and calculated the revenue per citizen. In most analyses that I've been doing in the last years, I've found that in most cases doesn't say too much, especially if it's a big city and a small business. It doesn't really deliver too much relevant information. Last, I have tried a decomposition tree. In most cases, I have found that decomposition trees do not deliver additional information that I don't get from the other visuals yet, or that are not common sense anyway. But from time to time I try, and if it's really complex business, which has a lot of segments, then this is probably a useful tool. But for a business that is as simple as this one, it probably won't deliver much additional relevant information. Like I said, this is not greatly designed, nothing elaborate, no logo, no corporate identity colors. The owner said to me, what you make in an hour, what you ask for an hour, my employees make in a week. I don't think I even ended up charging the whole time I spent on this. This was more or less a fun project. But we have the information, and that's the relevant part. Important business questions get answered, and that's what this is all about. At this point, as usual, have fun, Godspeed, see you next time.